Columbus Small Animal Hospital, loving our work. I'm Dr. Jim Kramer. This is Charlie. He's a 10-year-old neutered male chocolate Labradoodle. He does not live close to here, and he was referred to us by another veterinarian who's concerned that he has fluid in his abdomen. So he's here for abdominal ultrasound and cardiac ultrasound. You can see that he's panting. He's having some difficulty breathing. And here's the reason why. The black areas here are fluid that is floating free. It has escaped. So the fluid shouldn't just be floating free in the abdomen like this. The organs are kind of buoyant, floating in all this abdominal ascites, which is not supposed to be there. Now we're watching Charlie's heart beating. Here we're looking at the same thing a different way. And so we see that we have a lot of pericardial fluid. The other measurements that we take are normal in Charlie's heart. His big problem is this fluid accumulating around the outside within the pericardial sac. That fluid isn't supposed to be there at all, and as it accumulates, it makes it harder and harder for Charlie's heart to beat. It also reverses pressure gradients, causing the fluid to accumulate in the abdomen. So we're using our ultrasound machine to guide us so we can drain the fluid from the pericardial sac without puncturing the heart. We're also using a surgical suction machine to pull that fluid from this area. We end up draining 500 cc's, which is a pint, of fluid from around Charlie's heart within the pericardial space. As we drain the fluid so that it's less and less, then the needle gets closer and closer to the heart. So we want to stop before we actually puncture the heart with the needle that we're using to drain the pericardium. This fluid accumulation could be secondary to a heart-based tumor, or it could be for an unknown reason known as idiopathic pericardial effusion. Here's Charlie the next day, feeling much, much better. If the problem is idiopathic, then this may well solve it completely and it may not recur. Here he is 5 days later, running around like nothing ever happened. So here's Charlie feeling extremely good now that his heart can beat and the fluid has left his abdomen, the free-floating fluid that wasn't supposed to be there. He's back to normal. If this problem reoccurs, then we'll have to consider it may be due to a heart-based tumor, and that will have a poor prognosis. But if it's idiopathic, we may have cured this. It's certainly looking good right now. Columbus Small Animal Hospital, loving our work.